So we're out here in our 14th row away from the barn. We've got them all lettered, and we're actually a different variety now. So we started up in the front with Centennial, and we'll kind of talk a little bit about some of the varieties we have growing out here. This is Comet. So 1/4 of our yard, about 250 plants, is all a variety known as Comet, and it's a really kind of probably my favorite. We shouldn't have favorite kids, but sometimes that kind of happens. So Comet is a real vigorous grower. It's got these great cones that set on. They get nice and long and thin. And so we got some different stages of cone formation here. These are pretty early in after burr. And then here's like some side arms. They're getting a little crazy here. So these side arms are just setting on nice heavy burrs. And then up here we get a look at some of those bigger cones as they started to grow and elongate a little bit and fill in. So a really neat variety. I like it. It's got a lot of orange kind of tangerine-ness to it. Sometimes last year when I was mowing past them, I'd really get a lot of aroma, almost like a muskmelon cantaloupe, and even some pear smell to it. So it'll be interesting to see as these plants mature, you know, basically some of those aromas and those characteristics as they get closer to picking and closer to being ripe, those aromas will really kick in. We'll really be able to notice that. So that's the variety here out in just into the second half of the yard, known as Comet. The front half is Centennial. That's kind of a standby. It's a great dual-purpose hop. A lot of IPAs are using those. It's good on both sides, like I said, the hot side and cold side of the brewing process. So you can use it just as a base bittering agent for your beer, but you can also use it late in the boil for some great aromas and a lot of citrus type flavors as well, typically used for brewers. I think alpha acids for both of these are around 10 to 12% on average, and so it'll be interesting to see. We'll get analysis done on our hops. It'll be interesting to see how they kind of weigh in compared to the big Pacific Northwest producers. But it's really awesome to see there are some neat regional differences about Ohio hops, and the science and some of the lab analyses are kind of catching up. So we can put a number to help kind of describe what we know to be true, which is we grow great hops, we know we have great beer, and we need to work together and get that done.